Okay, today is February 24th, 2020. I swear, I don't drink alcohol. I haven't been drinking. I'm just naturally, out there. So, there I go with my shaky. Sorry, guys. Top-notch quality productions. So, I wanted to give a reading for... I asked my ancestors, and I should say the ancestors also. All right, you guys. What do you want me to... what do you want me to share? And they know I've already got some homework I'm doing on a couple of cases that I will film. Also, like I said, the case of Henrietta Millick, Millek, is one I'm going to cover. But I'm not going to say when, because I don't want to, not be able to make that date. And with the way I have to film, it's not consistent, so... She is a case I want to cover, as well as, like I said, Madame Marie Laveau. But this time the ancestors want me to give a general for those who are viewing this. Doesn't matter who you are. I wanted something that not just one person here or there is going to go, oh yeah, but what they want to convey to you who are watching this video, whenever you see this. Yeah, I want to be able to address a broader scope. And if you identify, if this resonates with you, that's great. Please let me know. Drop it in the comments. Also, people, unfortunately, I don't have a big enough channel yet to unlock the community button where I could just button. But I don't quite have enough followers yet to be able to have a community tab so that I can post pictures and updates without it being a video. I have to get more followers for that. So please do share this channel if you would like for me to be able to do. I would like to be able to do that with you guys so that I can keep you informed when I can't make a video, or just be able to have a kind of like that bulletin board for my YouTube channel. I think they should just give that to people. I don't know why but it's one of those deals. You have to have so many followers, and then you kind of I get that, unlock that, and I don't have that yet. So this is why you must please click like and definitely share if you could. Thank you. It's a bummer that I can't do that, that I have to have so many, and I hate pushing that. I'm really not into how many subscribers I have and all that. The only reason that I have to be concerned is because I would like to be able to have more functions that they allow you to have on my channel, and it's confining. They limit you. All right. So let's tune in. You like my formality? To the ancestors, who I do have the utmost respect for, as should you. And really, ancestors are all those that have come before us, not only within our family tree, but your human ancestry, this earth's ancestry, because we're all interconnected. Okay. So we're talking with that kind of spirit, okay? And not just bloodlines or whatever you want to say, not just an ethnic family tree, but the greater family tree, that is, that we apparently keep forgetting that we're part of something. We are not the apex. But don't get me started. Yeah. So, I'm asking our ancestors, all of our ancestors, and the tarot spirit, what is something you want me to convey with those who will see this video? See, I'm just a messenger, and any and all mistakes that I make, it's never the ancestors or spirit. It's me. Tarot readers are just, we are the messenger. We are the ones that take the message and interpret and translate the message. We translate. That's what we do. We translate simple and use our intuition and ability, that we've built up. And for me, it's one of the few things that I can actually do, relatively well. I try to. So I think it's very important, by the way, to begin every day with thanking and making 2 seconds even of a sincere greeting to your ancestors, to the ancestors too. Even as you're brushing your teeth or looking out the window at the sun or whatever, just stop for a moment and greet them and say, thank you. I want to connect with you to improve my life, and I need your help, and build a rapport. You will see your life improve. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Anyway, we all need to be doing that, because we've lost most of us because of yes, I'm a cat, so I get cat hair as well on me. We all tend to get been disconnected, especially by colonial systems and things like that have changed how people, in my opinion, weakened a natural and far more compassionate, empathetic way of living. And it doesn't mean that everybody was in a warm, fuzzy love buzz. Okay, I'm not playing with you. But for example, I'm mostly Latvian, and that is Latvian, and Latvia was one of the last countries in Europe to become Christianized. In other words, invaded and have the religious beliefs pushed. And they were mostly 2 things. Geographically, mostly it's woodland. And the other thing was, from what I've read of history, they tended to find the folks not too receptive to them coming there. They'd be killed. So, from what I read, they did not find it a desirable place for a couple of reasons. They did get there, then they weren't welcome. If you try that shit, you're not welcome, because no one likes an invader. Take your little black book and your beliefs and do your thing, but stay out of here with that. So they still maintain a very natural, many people, not all, but many people maintain still very connected to nature. They haven't become as disconnected, which is interesting. And also read that, now my mother goes to Latvia, I have family there, that they also tend to be more loner and introvert. Not all, but many nationally. It's to the point that it's kind of an inside joke. And that's totally me. I'm like, my people! Oh, they are my people, yes! Because I'm totally that way. But as you can see, I do also have a side to me that it does like and enjoy communicating. Probably because I'm a Virgo with the Mercury ruling me, which is the communicator. Mercury also rules Gemini, or some people say Gemini, but I just think that sounds like Gemini crickets. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, so my ancestors are like going, Maya, it's like 11 minutes in and you still haven't read for these people. Zip it. All right. I'm letting you see what I have to do to read. Okay, so what I'm doing, and what you can do yourself, and should be doing, even like before you go to bed, let's say you're having trouble to relax. Maybe you have insomnia, like I was born awake. Awake through my accident, awake through birth, probably. Anyway, you have a conversation with your ancestors, with the ancestors, and you say whatever it is in your heart. You conversate, chit chat. And after a while, they'll get sick of hearing you and they'll send you a message. All right, just kidding. They will reach out. They want people. One thing I do know ancestors have been relating to me through the cards is that they do really want people to turn to them. They have blessings to give us. And many of us have become so disconnected. Look, you don't have to be of any one belief system or whatever. Your ancestors love you, okay? It's your family tree and beyond. So there's no satanic bullshit going on there, okay? Unless you think your family's satanic. I don't know. They want people to reconnect because humanity needs it. Traditions are important, especially within indigenous communities, but also for people just in general because of climate change and things like that to, God damn it, listen to them, hear them, tune back in, come away from this over-consumism and listen to that deeper voice. Allow them a voice in your head, okay? Picture it however way you want. So, we are asking the ancestors with great sincerity and open heart to give us advice for all. I'm just the interpreter here, and please help me to give them a good, clear interpretation. Let me relay that message faithfully to them as your intent. Help me with that. Okay? All right. Thank you. Okay, that feels about right. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Now I am using a Ukrainian deck that I special ordered. This is I mislaid the box. I forget the name. Anyway, it's a no. Here we go. It's a Slavic tarot. Okay, so there are some Slavic pagan symbols, traditional symbols utilized in this deck. I also love the color and the artwork, and this is the one that spoke to me today to use. So we get the Eight of Wands. Now let's see if I can, okay, you see that? Now the Eight of Wands, folks, is fire element, and wands are wood, club. This deals with communication, this card. Activity picking up, again, there is communication. They're wanting to give a message. They're sending a message. Like if you picture, if you could picture in human mind of making a video or whatever and then hitting send, that's what they're doing here. They're sending information, and activity is picking up. So they want to address this activity. And it's the Five of Swords. That is not a swastika, okay, people? This is not Nazism. Latvians and Slavic people, have sun wheels just like the Hopi and other folks before it was stolen by that rat shit Hitler. Okay? That's also a symbol. I know that's a Latvian symbol, and I'll get to that. I've got a little booklet because they utilize myth from Slavic, I think like Ukrainian countries in this. But this is the five, and does show swords, so I'm believing this is the Five of Swords, which deals with Five of Swords is never very happy because it deals with boss. But let's see how they address it. Okay, so forgive me for this, but this deals okay. It's Svar. I think it's pronounced Svarag, god of earthly fire, forge, blacksmithing, diviner of weapons, father, the sun. Okay, brightness. So, skilled labor, knowledge gained through trial and error, craftsmanship. Interesting. They do it something a little different then. Okay, that's interesting. So this is an activity in skilled labor. I don't know if people are looking to be trained in some kind of labor or tradition, work. This would be indicative of something like that. It's skilled, picking up, learning a skill. If anyone's out there thinking of maybe learning a skill, I say green light, go for it, because this is saying, if you have a specific area in mind that you'd like to learn more about, that you'd like or want more training in, this is a green light. This is a green light to do that. It's a picking up of activity, but it feels like a skill that has to be done like practice makes perfect, over and over again. Okay? It's also a picking up perhaps of using divinatory tools. Maybe various tools will appeal. Maybe tools that are have connection to you spiritually as a tradition of some kind. I don't know, but I see a picking up of these of this activity, of this repetition to learn something over and over, a skill. You're honing this skill. I would also think that there's mentorship involved here. So there could be somebody that's teaching you this skill, and then you have to replicate, so to speak, in your own way over and over until you get the swing of it. Activity picks up. Okay? Seven of coins here. This talks about being patient. Somebody wants to like go out of the gate full speed. Okay, you can't do that. It's saying the process is important. It is the process itself. It is the journey to get there that is just as important as the goal. You need to exercise and gain the maturity of patience along with this skill. It is critical in utilizing the skill that one is honing or learning. There has to be, there's other things that you have to do to improve and level up in this skill. And that calls for mindfulness with regard to this skill, to tending to it, and not pushing the river, not pushing yourself beyond what you're yet capable of doing, but pushing yourself only in the way of a good challenge that is the right amount to level you up and level you up and level you up, that you make sure that your foundation is really mindfully made. The foundation and the journey to master this knowledge, this ability, this skill is every bit as important as the skill itself. Seven of Cups. Dreams and visions. This can again pertain to actual dream time work, if you're doing spiritual work. You may get hit with like a variety that you don't fully understand that might be confusing. But write them down, log them, write them down. If these are goals or ideas that inspire you, or creative ideas, that of things you want to make, or create, or poetry, or art, or film, or whatever that creative thing is, jot it down. Get your notebook, hard copy, and write it down. Record it. Maybe in more than one way, because you can lose a notebook, but maybe also in some kind of a memo if you have electronically. These things should be recorded, because this could be a lot of creative ideas that need fleshing out. They remain ideas and dreams sometimes, like I've said before in other videos with this card. It can remain just in the air, so to speak, until you just choose it and focus on it and put effort into it to manifest it. This could be like a lot of creative different ideas that you need to write down and then pursue perhaps as you can. Devote energy to, or to, record and come back to. This could also be on the spiritual note of dream work, vision. Write it down. so that you can share this if need be, that you have the experience written down pretty freshly after it occurs. Give time to think about those dreams or creative ideas so that the next step can happen with that. Don't push the river. Don't try and push the river, though. All right? Five of Cups, this deals with loss. And a Queen of Pentacles. Might be a Queen of Pentacles who's dealing with loss. This could be someone's family member. This would be somebody of an earth sign, female, identifies as female, therefore is. And they may be of an earth sign, which would be Taurus, we get Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or have a lot of that in their astrological chart or elemental makeup in their nature. And this person, or this could be a person that someone may have lost, this person may have passed, because this is often a mourning, card of mourning, loss, with possibility to 3 specific things, 3 people, 3 something, because there are 3 overturned cups that have spilled, yet 2 remain. Yet the person is looking and acknowledging for the time acknowledgement of loss, feeling the loss. There is sorrow there. So I'm not quite sure who this goes out to. But I am getting that. This person is in some state of mourning with connection to a Queen of Pentacles. This would be an adult female. Okay? And there's the King of Swords and the Princess of Coins. So I almost feel like this is part maybe of a family. I'm getting a male here, of an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe a child with a Page of Pentacles, an earth sign. This child, this man, this child, this woman. I don't know if this woman lost these 2 people. There's a loss. I'm not quite sure, because these are court cards and they usually indicate actual people, and I feel like they're actual people with that lost card. Okay. Then I also now get a King of Wands and a King of Cups. Maybe these are people watching. I don't know. All right. Now, this is interesting. I'm being given a group of people, and I'm not quite sure how they all connect. I'm shown that female. She's mourning at least 3 people potentially, with 2 perhaps yet remaining. And then I get, see, I've got to figure out the pattern, you guys. Then I get that King of Swords and the child, female, Page of Princess of Pentacles, coins. Okay, so then here's 4 people. Plus her would be 5. 5 of Cups. There may have been a loss for this female of 3 people, or she could be including some loss of as that she feels as herself, as that 3rd individual. I don't know. Okay, feeling like there's been some kind of a loss of family. There's, a feeling of being abandoned, or also with this 8 of Cups, and this female, the Tsarina of Wands. With another female, I'm getting her, with this female, there's having to go leave an area and a time in her life. Sometimes I get this card when something changes that in someone's life, that they have to move on, or they can no longer live the same way that they once did. Sometimes it's straight up abandonment. But I'm feeling maybe this is addressing a female that is having to move on from a past she once knew. This feels like variety of people stepping in and wanting to be acknowledged. Possibly ancestors. Okay. But also I'm not quite clear. I don't always have to be. Sometimes I don't understand how it all comes together. Maybe for somebody else out there, it makes perfect sense. And they're like, yeah, I know what that is. I don't always understand the significance of what the symbols I'm shown. And sometimes what doesn't, like I said, make sense to me, makes sense to someone else. And I'm going to go with that, because I'm like, why am I being shown all these people? The only thing I really understood was a woman that was grieving over the loss of at least 3 people, and maybe 2 other people, and her moving on at some point, but their lives are forever affected. And there's deep grief there. Okay. I get offers. This is a time to approach mindfully. Let me see with that one. That is 10. That's 21. Sun. You get a yes on pursuit of spiritual quests. Somebody, okay? Here's your green light. The Sun. It's clear. And here you are, going on a journey, a spiritual one of visions and dreams. And the unconscious and subconscious. All these different layers and levels of awareness. That's fluid, by the way. You have the cups. So this is also creative ventures. This is also for romantic approach, or even the approach of friendship. With just make sure your intentions are good. Intentions are everything with this card. Go with pure heart, okay? Go with a pure, clean intention of spirit and heart. Go with that approach. And whatever it is, whether it's in friendship that you're trying to make, in understanding something, there's clarity that you should track this path of pursuing knowledge of spirit, of levels of awareness of different realities that exist, and those that can teach you that. If you're fortunate enough to have someone that can work more one-on-one with you with regard to this here and there, just be open to the teacher, okay? They'll come. Because the time to saddle up is now, okay? Alrighty. And that's where I'm going to leave it. Well, no, I'm not. Two more, right? Czarina of Swords. And is this a Wheel of Fortune? Movement. Or the moon. Wait a minute. That's his name is Ra. Okay. I want to look this one up. Hang on a minute. Yeah. Hey, let me stick in your face something really glary that you can't see and doesn't matter to you. All right, it does matter to you, but I've got to find this one. This is, like I said, once I pick it up, I've just only gotten this deck. And it is a mythology and not mythology, but it is a specific, and what I found that it's worth looking because there are specific twists that it is important to know the story, the basic story. And forgive me for this. I hate it when other readers sometimes do this, and here I am doing it. I guess there's my karmic lesson. If only, okay. Rod? Come on, Maya. Sorry, it would be like this, wouldn't it? Okay, we're gonna find it. Here the very last one. Okay, the World card, I guess. This is the basic life force. And he represents for this god, the Slavic god represents symbolically the basic life force, progenitor of Slavic gods, a universal deity from which all other gods descended. It represents synthesis of elements and is usually depicted. He's usually depicted carrying a sun wheel aloft with one hand and a basket of blooming flowers in the other, with a linen belt blowing in the wind as he stands astride a fish. Because he can do that. And upright, it is coming full circle. Ancestral heritage, creation, life and existence, the universe, family, the World card. So, welcome back to the ancestors, lady, whoever you are. Queen, you're reconnecting with your ancestors and you're watching this. Good job. They're welcoming you. You'll know who you are. You've got an air sign, at least ascendant or sun. So they're saying, hey, Come on back. All right, that's it, folks. That's all. I hope you have a great one.